Yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the rapper, Billy man, shit, nigga. They turn their head over, nigga.
I read what Eve did to Adam. I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the eye like Samson, I can't let no hoe to lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies isn't purposes. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert. Another cop can stretch the nigga. He ain't demon, it's an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that open blood, then you know I'm gonna get active with you. From the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers can they spin, I ain't listening. Is it effective? If revenge was a woman, now I scope that bitch like Jacob. So Tower War, we gon' run the summer. It's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but their question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that. Bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real trigger know them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? What he saying something, I ain't hear. This shit life. It ain't on who got the gun, it's on who gon' up that fight first. I turn a bad situation to a game change. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain. Bring shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitching about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody won't be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. A certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, I with that hollow son, yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my brain, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get it, boy, lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his gang, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
Backstage.
Yeah, nigga. Fake ass nigga.
You ain't no Israelite, but you a gospelite, bitch.
Fuck you talking about?
If that nigga on wall, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named is Slayer. What you think, boy, you be done to try. Soft cold shit, we bought it. UPK, too solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm about it. UPK too solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All they hoes wanna take my piece. All the nigga wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a hoe study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walk around like they don't know nothing. And the lame nigga fall for 'em and get set up for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Should've took the time, get a damn no. But I see the sorrow and I show her. She could never get a priest hold. You a dirt ass, rust ass neck bitch with a fake ass jury. In Tennessee while I'm touring. It's a Tennessee, but she luring. And a sucker duck bitch ass boy, fuck nigga over that bitch muggin'. I say, if that nigga on wall, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named is Slayer. What you think, boy, you be done to try. Soft cold shit, we bout it. UPK too solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. You a lame nigga down to me. Eat candy, but I'm sucker free. You a little nigga, ain't none of me. Base up, boy, I fit a beat. Yeah, AR-223. Draco with a magazine. Yeah, the clip run like limousine. I shoot your ass in the spleen. Boy, I bust your ass in the temple. We debating by the temple. Tell the truth, boy, you's a victim. And you're scoring off like a lizard. Nigga walk down my road. Why does nigga come down my road? Boy, come down my road. Boy, I charge your ass toll fee. I'm a real big priest, nigga. UPK play for keys, nigga. Commander General get a damn order, but ain't nothing to me to damn kill you. I stuck his ass like a cat. All weapons, boys full of tech. Boy, like a close comeback. Nigga got popped off for a neck. If that nigga on war, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK, you solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood or hood? More than you, bitch.
Christ said 7 women gonna be on one nigga in the end time. Nigga, fuck wrong with you, boy. Stressed by that damn hoe ass bitch. Fake ass nigga too. Dumb ass motherfucker. Fuck you.
I'm good though.
All right, yeah, go ahead.
All right, clap it up.
Yeah.
All right, hey. All right, shalom, Yahweh, Shem Yahshua, Barakatham to all the brothers, and shalom, Al-Taba, Shem Yahshua to all the sisters. This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started out of 125th Street, Harlem, New York, on the D Command Junior Hana. We've been teaching that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the true Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible since 1969. Today we're going to be talking about the women, how to be a righteous sister in the truth. Because a lot of our people, a lot of our sisters out in the world, they're not so righteous. They're not they're not how they should be according to this Bible. They're not in their right natural state. A lot of our sisters have fallen off of their state of how they should be. Like sisters back in the past, they used to be so virtuous and so beautiful and so elegant, so soft and so nurturing. They used to be what happened to the women when they was like that? What happened to them? Because nowadays you see women and they're not so nurturing. They're not so loving and kind-hearted. They're not. You see a lot of women today and they're rough, tender. They're real rough and hard. Masculine. They're real masculine. They're not soft anymore. What happened to the women? What happened to them? Well, we're going to be teaching you how to be a good, righteous sister in the truth today. I'm going to teach you how to come back to who you're supposed to be, sisters, how you're supposed to act, how you're supposed to represent yourselves, because a lot of our sisters don't know how to represent themselves in the world today. A lot of them, they represent themselves very poorly out here shaking their tail in front of everybody. That's not how a sister's supposed to represent herself. And that's how most women are acting nowadays. Can you get Proverbs chapter 31 and 10? Because nowadays, when men go try to find a woman, it is very hard for men to find a good woman. It's very hard for men to find a good woman that'll be able to do the right thing, that'll be able to treat their family right, be able to treat their children right. It's hard to find those women who will be able to do the things that you needed to be able to do, to be able to run a family. Do you have Proverbs chapter 31 and verse 10? Oh, come on, go ahead and read.
Proverbs chapter 31, verse 10. Who can find a virtuous woman?
Who can find a virtuous woman? What does it mean to be virtuous? Are you getting the definition? Okay.
Yeah. Gotta get the definition.
Come on, that's true. We're Bible scholars. Gotta get the right definition.
Virtuous means strength, might, efficiency, ability.
Who can find a virtuous woman? Who can find that? Because people today would think a woman's having strength is being like the men. They're trying to be effeminate and masculine. Or it's like trying to be masculine instead of being effeminate. But no, her strength lies in being feminine, having femininity. It lies in her having the soft, tender-hearted. That's where her strength lies. Not out here trying to be all tough, the tough stud that she can be. That's not where a woman's power lies. It doesn't lie there. Her power lies in her femininity.
Right.
If I said that right.
That's it.
Right.
That's facts.
That's where her power lies. Not going out here and being changing her name to Jamal, wearing pants and cutting her hair
That's not it. That's not where her strength lies. Because now she's weak. That's weakness. But can you read it from the top again?
Oh God. Proverbs chapter 31, verse 10. Who can find a virtuous woman?
Man, who can find a virtuous woman nowadays? Who can find a woman who is strong, who is not giving up to the ideologies of this world? Because a lot of our women have given up themselves to the ideologies of this world. They've given up their soul to this world, to our oppressor's world. A lot of our women are not virtuous. They're out here going and shaking their tail to the world. Going out here and being I don't know if I can say that actually. So they're going out here and being, it's another word for that. They're going out here and having fun. According to them, they're going out trying to have as much fun as they want. Have the best life that they want. I said, but keep on going.
Okay. For her price is far above rubies.
Man, who can find a virtuous woman? A woman who actually realizes her strength lies within her femininity. Who realizes her strength lies with being soft and being a caretaker, a woman who can take care of her children. For her price is far above rubies, because it's very hard to, just like it's very hard to find rubies, it is very hard to find a woman who is a virtuous woman. It's very hard to find that nowadays. Right. You don't find women like that nowadays. What kind of women do you find nowadays? Everything but virtuous. You find women who just down in the dirt. You find women who willing to do anything for $1. That's the kind of woman you find here in America. Our women have fallen off course, fallen off the way that they're supposed to represent themselves far. They've fallen off far. They have a certain way to represent themselves, and they're not representing themselves that way. So it's hard to find a woman who is virtuous here in America. It's hard to find that. A woman should be a nurturer. She's supposed to be a nurturer, caring for her children. That's how a woman's supposed to be. A woman who's supposed to take care of her children, be soft and effeminate. That's how a woman should be, not all tough and super bad. That's not how she should act. Not using her, not trying to be all loudmouth like women are today. A lot of our women are loudmouth, and they shouldn't be that way. But start from the top again.
Proverbs chapter 31 and verse 10. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies.
So who can find a virtuous woman? When then you come up in this truth, you don't find a virtuous woman, because there are virtuous women here in the Isupk. Our sisters are very virtuous. Our sisters are delicate. They're rubies. You won't find women like the sisters here in the Isupk anywhere else. You won't find them anywhere else. Everywhere else, you're not gonna get a good sister like that. You're not gonna get a sister who is her. You're not gonna find a sister whose price is far above rubies. Why not? But can you get 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3? Because a virtuous woman is a woman who also follows orders, who knows the order of the household. Because a lot of our sisters don't know the orders. They don't know how they should be acting. They don't know how they're supposed to be acting according to the Bible. And the Bible has a certain way that our sisters are supposed to act, in the order that they're supposed to follow. But today, our sisters don't follow that order. They follow their own order. They follow the order of chaos. That's the order they follow, not the order of this Bible. Oh, would you have that scripture?
No, I got it.
Can I go ahead?
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
Oh no. It says the head of every man is Christ. Because it's not only the sisters who have an order that they're supposed to be following, but it's the men too. And what does it say? Read from the top.
But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
That the head of every man is Christ. The men have someone, the men have a way that they're supposed to be representing themselves too. They have someone that they're supposed to be following too and taking orders from too. Just like the women. The women have the men that they're supposed to be taking orders from, just like the men have Christ, who they're supposed to be. He's who the men are supposed to be taking orders from. But go ahead, keep on reading.
Okay. And the head of the woman is the man.
No, the head of the woman is herself.
The head of the woman is the man.
Nah, she can be out of order and do whatever she wants.
The head of the woman is the man.
Nah, she don't need no man.
The head of the woman is the man.
No, the head of the woman is the man. See, a lot of our sisters have fallen off course of the order that they're supposed to be following. And the order that they're supposed to be following is the order of the Bible. They're supposed to be following after their man. They're supposed to be doing what their man says, being soft and delicate. But a lot of our sisters aren't soft and delicate and following the order of the Bible. They fallen off course and started following the order of America, the ways of America, the ideologies of America, because America told the women, America or our oppressors told the women that they could be, that they're gods, that they're a goddess of the earth. Oh, our women have been lied to and fooled and beguiled. Our women also have an order that they need to follow. And that's the order of this Bible. Not the order of America, not the order of our oppressors, not the order of their own ways, but the order that the Lord gave them. But start from the top again.
Okay. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
That the head of every man is Christ. See, the men have someone to submit to.
Yeah.
And they have to submit to Christ. So what does that mean for the women? If the men have someone to submit to, so does the women. The women have a head to submit to too. The women have someone to answer to too. They have someone that they have to report to too. Just like the men have Christ to report to. Keep on going.
Okay. And the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is Yahweh.
Dang. Even Christ has someone that he has to order to, that he has to report to. Christ has the Most High that he has to report to. Dang. And if Christ has someone to answer to, what makes the woman think that she can go around doing whatever she wants? That she doesn't have someone to order to, or to report to. What makes her think that she can go around and do whatever she wants? It doesn't work that way. Women, we have an order to follow. I mean, you have an order to follow. And that order is you following after what your man says, doing what your man says. You can't just go out all nilly-willy out here doing whatever you want, like a lot of our women do today. Because a lot of our women go out and do whatever they want these days. You know what? Can we get the article?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna give you a representation, or I'm gonna give you an example. My bad. I'm gonna give you an example of a woman who go out and do whatever they want, who don't follow order, don't have morals. Because a lot of our women don't have morals. That's what a virtuous woman has. She has morals. She has things that she follows and keeps. She has order. Unlike all these women out in the world, they don't have order. Oh, sorry. They have. Okay. They don't have orders. They don't have the order of the Bible. And that's why a lot of our women are destroyed, because they have fallen off of that order. But now is the time for our women to get back on that order, to get back on the course because there's a time coming. They gonna need a man. They're gonna need order. They're gonna wish they had those morals. You got the article?
Yeah.
Okay.
This article is titled Megan Thee Stallion's Up Close Twerk Show even has Billie Eilish. Is it Eilish or Eilish? Billie Eilish lusting over her.
It says Megan Thee Stallion has Megan Thee Stallion up close twerk show. What is Megan Thee Stallion? First of all, what is she out doing? What is she doing out twerking? What is she doing out? Doesn't she have a man?
Right? I don't even know.
Hold on. Let me see.
Wow, that's crazy.
What?
It's gross. You know what I'm saying?
Come.
It's great. If I could, it's like.
Go ahead.
So this article is just the typical everyday thing that you see out there in the world when somebody gets fame, right? And what is it that people do now? You ever heard the term where people selling their soul, right? Sometimes people think that's a literal thing, but it's more sneaky than that. Like, what's some of the things that go on in the upper echelons of society where people do these kind of things, right? First of all, it's nigh unto idolatry when a woman puts herself on the internet for everybody to see, right? Because people soak that up and get infatuated with it, that they get obsessed with, right? Like the same way somebody would with the idol. And it just so happens that the title of this article shows that the spirit of homosexuality is all over this, because these images that are being put on the media, like on TikTok, Instagram, the TV has women looking at other women shaking their ass. Like, yeah, guys are seeing that too, and it's a nigh to sodomy in the sense of the whoredom that's out there, right? But also the other side of it is the homosexuality, which is like you even see in this article, Billie Eilish lusting over her. Like, come on, bro. Like, whether it's even playful or not, we know that type of thing gets pushed over the edge out there in the world. And we see in San Antonio, Texas, so many Hispanic women walking by, holding hands with another woman. Like that dyke status. I can't even. The alternative lifestyle. It's like, yeah, I know I've been saying. The alternative lifestyle that is pushed in the media, it gets praised. Like, this is an article, it's not bad mouthing. This is an article that's praising her for being this way. This is a society of people that are growing up without strong parents, that are growing up without virtuous women in their household. They grow up in a household that doesn't have a man that is following under the order of Christ. So, in essence, the whole world is out of order because of that. You understand? Go ahead.
See, that's give it up. That's you right, because a lot of our women, they don't have the order or the structure of a righteous household. They don't have the household with the father in it. They don't have a household with the good mother in it. But nowadays, our people are being encouraged to do these things. They're being encouraged to enforce. They're being encouraged to put this on their children.
Damn.
They're being encouraged to put this on their children now. Like,
Yeah, that's great.
I'll keep on reading.
All right. So the article it goes to say, Megan Thee Stallion continues to turn heads with her twerking ability. So much so that even Billie Eilish has the hots for the Houston Hottie. On Sunday, September 17th.
Hold on, because there's an important thing that you don't want to miss in there. An important thing, because this is how they view our women. Because we're such a destroyed nation that the only thing they view The only thing that they see our women having value in is twerking, is showing their body on the internet.
Yeah.
That's the only value they have. That's the only superpower they have. That's they see it as a superpower. Like she can twerk so good. She can do all these. She can twerk this way, that way. She can do that, this. They view that as a superpower, and the only thing that she's able to do. They don't view her for being a good mother. They don't view her for being able to cook her man some food. They don't view her for those things, but they do view her for showing her body on the internet. They do view her for showing her for twerking on the internet. That's what they view her as, and that's what they see. But they're not worried about all the other things that go on. That's the only thing they're worried about is her showing her body on the internet. And that's why I'm saying our women are not representing themselves the right way. Our women are representing themselves in an unpositive way. That's an unpositive way, making our nation look foolish, making our women look foolish. When we're not, we're supposed to be the greatest people on the face of the earth. But our women doing that, that's not making us look like the greatest people on the face of the earth. That's making us look like we are the most destroyed people on the face of the earth. Our women are destroyed. Oh, good.
Our priority is so messed up. Like you got World War III is on the brink. Like the whole world is on edge, and they continue to feed our people with the imagery of people that are quote unquote successful here, that are just really just a distraction. It's a waste of time. And really it's vanity. It's really all it is. It's all vanity that is basically just feeds into the lust of, like it says right here, Billy Ellis lusting over, right?
That's crazy.
The lust of the flesh. You know, this kingdom is built on that. And that's what it sells, and that's how it's gotten its fame all over the world is through that lack of morality. You know, that has just become the norm now that you know, that the people of higher power in society, they allow this to be the forefront of what's right, the forefront of what's fun and exciting. But the Most High is other plans for all this.
He sure does. He sure does. He has other plans. Like our priorities, you right? Our priorities are completely off right now. Like we got a whole war that is really about to take off in a few seconds, and our women over here worried about twerking on the internet. Our brothers and sisters are over here worried about playing video games, worried about having the best social status on social media. That's what we're worried about. But we're not worried about what's finna come. Like you know what? I saw an article of Kanye West. Kanye West, he's worried about what's going on because he's turning his a mansion into a bomb shelter.
Right.
Like he sees what's coming, but other people they're not seeing what's coming. They're not seeing the war that is finna take off. A lot of our other people are finna they finna get swooped away. They're finna get hit in the side of the head, not seeing what's coming. They're not paying attention to what's finna happen, and that's why our priorities are so messed up because our oppressor has gotten our people to worry about these things and not worried about what we really need to be worrying about, which is what's to come, which is finding out who we are. Like we're so worried about all these other things, but we're not worried about reading about our own history, finding out what our real history is, finding out who we really are. We're not worried about that. But we are worried about getting the latest video game. We are worried about trying to have a hot girl summer. We're worried about all those things. We're not worried about the Bible. We're not worried about our own culture. So, but keep on reading on that.
This says Megan aroused the interest of the 21-year-old pop star and the internet at large by posting a video on TikTok of her putting on a booty-shaking choke before a workout.
Before a workout? She put on She was twerking before a workout. Like, I wonder where her man was because she does have a man. I searched that up. She does have a man. I wonder what her man thinks of that. Like, dang, she out here showing her body to the world. But I wonder what her man thinks of that. We keep on going.
It says, dressed in skin tight gym attire, the WAP rapper, or we know what that means, the WAP rapper jiggled her derriere while stood just feet away from the camera before bending over and twerking to her 12.7 million followers.
Damn. Man, we know the only person who should be seeing that is her man. This shouldn't be going out to the whole world. For 12.7 million followers. That's 12.7 million people watching her twerk to the world. She twerking to the whole world. And then there's other people who are gonna see that after. Like, go ahead.
Somebody with 12.7 million followers, it's safe to say that they call them influencers, right? Somebody with that many followers is bound to influence a couple people, more than a couple people. And so this type of influence, what is it focused on? Is it focused on the health?
Wow.
I mean, she's about to go work out. That's got to be a good thing, right? See how the devil is a society that spits half truths. Yes, it's good to work out, it's good to be healthy, but do you have to be a deviant about it? The words that are allowed. Do you have to be such a sexual deviant about, I mean, I get it. There's such thing as confidence, but look at what her doing. It says skin tight gym attire. Where does that come from? That comes from the Romans and the Greeks. They used to work out naked. The way people work out now is damn near naked.
Oh, that's very true.
And now they're not even working out; they're just shaking their derriere. It says so ever so elegantly, the derriere. And now everybody wants to focus on that, and so that's the image of what a woman's supposed to be. That's what our sisters have to look up to is people that make songs called WAP, which stands for something I shouldn't say. Like that's what you're bringing to the world. Just that, right? No virtuousness, none of the integrity. It's just breed. That's all you're good for. It's just breeding and sex. And you know what's even crazy? I got to say this too. I have to say this. It's warfare because how many times at camp did you see a sister walking with the Edomite? Did you not see that? I saw that all day at camp the other day. This image here is warfare because it's even getting Esau to lust after our women. That does what? Keeps our men from getting with our women. Because they're the ones that are not in hell. They're the ones that are they're the ones that are well off. That these type of women flock to for the security of not having to have a job. They can just spend all their day on TikTok. They don't have to go to work. So they get with the Edomite, and then before you know it, they're raising their kids.
It's crazy.
And somebody that's not embedded in these scriptures is going to only help the enemy build their army and not God's army. And so this goes much deeper than just the lust of it. There's warfare behind all of this. And our people are losing that warfare that are not in the school because they're being brought away from the scriptures that tell you not to live this way, that tell you not to go after the other nations. It's all relevant to one and the same.
That is very true. Because that is very true. It is warfare. Because they do push that out. They push all that media out. You're right. Because that's so what is it? Oh, is wine? Oh yeah, come on, I'll take some. Oh no, you too. But no, it is very true because they do push that out on the media. Like they see, like sisters trying to go out and the water. sisters trying to go out and, you know, do something good, or trying to go out and present something to the world that's good instead of something that's bad. Like, you know, actually, I remember watching this show of these sisters, or this one girl who wanted to rap, but in a good way. She didn't want to go out and show her body to the world and everything. It's a show. It's a show that Oscar Barbara, but she didn't want to go out and show her her body to the world. She didn't want to go out and rap about dirty things. She wanted to go out and rap about intelligence, to show that women had intelligence. But her friend ended up putting out a video of her rapping about bad things, about WAP and all that, and it got more hits than her other videos would have.
Yeah.
So then ended up changing her whole perspective, and she started going out and rapping about these evil things like WAP and all that. Like, that's the only thing people are interested in nowadays. Like, you try to go out and do something good for your people and try to give them good motivation. Or women who try to go out and give them like good motivation. I bet you if Cardi B was just working out, people really wouldn't have cared about it. It's like Megan Thee Stallion. If she wasn't working out, people really wouldn't have cared about it. And like, she's just working out, trying to give motivation with a bunch of clothes on. People would have been like, all right.
Even has the flip.
Yeah. But because she did that, that's the only reason that people wanted to go and see and watch her, because she was shaking her tail to the world. Like, that's the only agenda we're able to push out to the world. You try to come in with something else on your own thing, and our posters are not going to help you. Like, you're not going to get help in the world. You're not finna get help to be able to build your business up. You're not going to be able to help to get your music out, because they're not wanting to push that out. They want you to push out that evilness. They want you to push out the alternative lifestyle agenda out to the world, because it's like you said, we're being targeted. It's a war, a secret war going on that our people don't see and don't understand. They just think this is for fun. Like, oh, yeah, something.
No.
Oh, go ahead.
I have a question.
Go on.
When we say things like there's an agenda and it's, what we targeted, things like that nature.
Yeah.
Are Africans, Arabs, Chinese, Indians, whites, are they getting targeted too? Or is when we say that it's just us?
No, they're not actually. They're not. They're not. It's just us. Because you don't see a lot of. Do you see a lot of Arabs going out and shaking their tail to the world? A lot of Arab women.
I don't.
Exactly. You don't. You don't see a lot of Arab women going. You don't see a lot of African.
They already do it.
Yeah, they Africans. I was like, hold on. Yeah, they be doing some weird stuff. Africans should be weird, but you don't see a lot of Arab people going out and showing their bodies to the world. They mostly cover their face up. Oh, it's like they're not a target. Their culture is not targeted like ours is. Ours is wiped from us, but theirs, they get to go out and wear their clothes. They're not judged for wearing the clothes that they wear. But when we come out and do it, we're judged for the things that we do. Like, we come out with fringes, we're judged for that thing because we're targeted. Unlike them, they're not targeted. They get to go and wear their clothes wherever they want, and nobody's gonna judge them. Nobody's gonna say anything about it. Go.
So the weapons to target are these celebrities, stars.
Yeah.
Come on. I'll use.
I got the scripture.
Okay.
Give me Revelation chapter 18, verses 2 and 3. I'll try to break this down real quick. I'm just going to answer your question. You know what I'm saying?
I see what you mean.
18 and 3. Read it loud so the mic can pick up on it.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 3. All nations have drunk of the wine.
It's like verse 2, third verse.
I'm done. Book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying Babylon the Great is fallen. It's fallen and has become the habitation of devils.
Hold up. So Babylon the Great is what? What is Babylon the Great today? What? It is America. It is America. Because America is the melting pot, right? Like you can go to Britain, you can go to England, you can go to Spain. Those are Edomite countries. But the Edomite country that was the project that they've been working on for so many hundreds of years, that is their crown jewel, is America. Because it is the melting pot, meaning it is the place where all the different nations come together to speak one tongue, just like in Genesis. You have Asians here, you have Chinese, you have Arabs, you have East Indians, you have all these people that live here. And so are they being targeted is your question. No, they're not being targeted, but the after effect is what you see in Babylon. So keep reading.
And it's become the habitation of devils.
Then what?
The habitation of devils.
This is the place where deceitful spirits lie. Deceitful people, deceitful media, deceitful governments, deceitful, you know what I'm saying, entertainment, deceitful lifestyles. This is the place where all of that dwells. And so we're looking at an example of a deceptive lifestyle right here. Megan Thee Stallion, living her quote unquote best life, shaking the thing, right? Getting to live how she wants to live. Like, first of all, just the word stallion is deceitful because a stallion is a male horse. So she's acting very masculine in her aggression towards trying to draw sexual attention towards her, right? So masculine that she's even drawing other females' attention, right? Because it takes that type of spirit in a woman to draw other women. You know, women aren't drawing women because of their femininity. They're doing it because they're taking on that stallion type of spirit. Right? I'm just going off of this particular example, but keep reading because there's more, and I want you to get this off.
And the hold of every foul spirit.
Right. So, and again, this is the place that has the deception. This is the place that has foul lifestyles, foul thoughts. You know, they have a place here called literally Sin City, right? Was it Las Vegas? You know what I mean? That's a foul place because that's where all the drugs, the prostitution. I mean, you can see that anywhere in the United States. But they have cities dedicated and are probably named places of foul spirits. You know what I'm saying? Literally Sin City, right? Or the city that never sleeps, New York, right? City of crime and Wall Street, city of deception, right? Deceiving the world, and like Officer Dawada brought out perfectly a camp that deception has people so mad that they'll fly a plane into the buildings to try to slow it down and do something, right? Like the world is clashing back at it because of its influence. America is the influence. America should just have their own TikTok called the USA, where all of this is being presented. You know what I'm saying? And so this is the place of all the foul spirits and all the unclean things. Keep going.
And the cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
Now give me verse 3.
Verse 3. All nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
The fornication doesn't always mean sexually. Fornication could mean something like going against God's law, right? Flirting with other doctrines, right? So all the nations have been influenced by America to start to influence their cultures into being whorish. Now, Russia and to an extent China is kind of clapping back at that because they see how the West is raising the youth and they are trying to get away from that. That doesn't make them righteous. That just means that they pick up on it and they are trying their best not to drink of that cup of wrath. But the world is, for the most part, doing the exact same. They copy America. Like I literally watch, I don't have time to play video games, but sometimes I watch these professional gamers that play in South Korea. And during the commercials are Korean. And during the commercials, they put like you know how you have Coke Zero? They have like the South Korean Coke Zero And then the commercial is all these girls, you know, dancing and dressing half naked and smiling and putting their face in front of the camera, trying to be sexual, right? Trying to sell what America sells, because that's what America sells. It sells that deviance like a currency. It sells that influence because it's seen as fun, and you're not up with the times, and you're not modern if you're not taking part in this fornication. Right?
You saying we're the only nation that accepts it. Everybody else fights against it.
They don't
It's
necessarily.
like planes, buildings.
There's different people in the world, but even the Arab countries, they flirt with America. Why? Because when you look at Dubai, what is Dubai if not trying to be a copycat of what Babylon is, right? A place of boredom, a place of gambling, drugs, and all these different things, and riches, wealth, and fatness of the earth.
I didn't know that. I thought they were like Muslims.
No, not really. They don't really even follow that because Muslims aren't even supposed to drink.
Right.
And they drink like crazy. Like they party out there, they doing all these different things. Now, like all of that, all I'm saying is that they still try to keep some of their culture, but they're trying to like mingle with the American lifestyle. And that's where the scripture is so true, because it says all nations are drunk of the wine of the wrath of fornication. Because it's their lifestyle that they adapt and try to mix in with their cultures. And our people don't have our culture, so we lean on American culture like it's the benchmark, rather than to look at our culture and try to compare to see what we should and shouldn't keep. We just dive headfirst into all of what America is, all of the holidays, all of the media, all of the lust, like you see in this article, and because of that, that's what makes Babylon what it is. Because they see an article like this, and now a brother wants to go and lust over a white woman and a poorish black woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even have to bring up the Photoshop when they did of Billie Eilish. That was all over the media of how they tried to turn her into a sex object. A lot of our people are soaking at them. But I was just answering your question. I was just wanting you to know that though they don't directly, it's like the Confederacy is not against all the other nations, it's against us. But the influence is still showing that they accept part of what America is and use it and implement it in their way, because America's influenced them to do the same things in a lot of ways. A lot of it is a war state, but even their governmental things, their military practices. You know what I'm saying? All the like you look at Chinese, they're all wearing suits. Why are they wearing suits? Because Esau wears a suit. Esau goes, you know what I mean? Like they're trying to be like him because they see him as the authority on the earth. So they're trying to one up him by being like him when he was gifted with his wickedness and essence. That's what Esau is all about. That fatness of the earth that it talked about when Esau's father, Isaac, gave him the blessing of him living and dying by the sword and being the fatness of the earth. That's the same thing right here where it's talking about the nations drunk of the wine of the wrath of fornication, because that's all substance that is vanity. That's all.
Well, that's completely right. I mean, you also got to think about it. Like they really have, like they've also taken the wrath of America towards you. Like if you think about it, they have drinking of the wine of the wrath of the what's that scripture again?
Oh yeah, keep going. Read on. Now you can break it down, you know this.
And the kings of the earth have committed fornication.
Oh no, let's start from the top again though.
2 and 3.
3.
Verse 3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
They have all drunk from the wine of the wrath of her fornication, because they also take America's anger towards blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Because think about it. All these other nations, they come and they follow after America, and they come and they also put their businesses in here. You don't see black people coming out and selling their business or got a business selling to putting them in all oppressors communities, but you see them coming and put it in the black communities, and all nations do it. All nations come out and put their businesses in the black communities. They all do it. They all follow after what America does. Like they all do it. They just take the culture of they take the America's way and they follow right after it. But continue on that.
And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
Oh, see, the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. They have taken America's culture and their ideologies and all that. They've taken it and they've implemented it into their own. Also, y'all one was saying, like, what's that place called? Dubai? Like Dubai trying to make it their own. Like they're trying to make that, like you said, they're trying to make their own little Babylon. Oh, but keep on going on the article. Or was that it on there? On that scripture?
You talking about the article?
Wait, was that it on the scripture though? Too?
Yeah, go ahead and read that last sentence. Takes it home.
I was like,
And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacy.
That's it right there.
that's it right there.
It's all about money.
Yeah.
So all the whoredom is because it's basically digital prostitution, like digital adultery, right?
Boom.
Like they want to just keep putting that out there because that's how you get money off it. Like you could just see a hamburger ad and they got to put like a half naked woman on there, and now you're at Burger King. You're eating the Burger King because the naked woman was on the Burger King commercial because now you're spending your money. You know what I'm saying? That's just a very faint example, but hell, that could be one of our sisters that's in that commercial. You know what I'm saying? Like our people sell themselves for naught so that we could basically help them become rich. We have the wrong mindset because we're just trying to get a crumb of their kingdom when we have an entire everlasting world filled, an everlasting kingdom that is in store for us if we just sacrifice our own opinion and wants and urge to want to be a part of that quote unquote fun that they have. But all that fun ever does for us is it gets us punished by the Most High. The other nations, they don't get punished by the Lord for a lot of those things. They're only now getting it because the prophecies are really starting to hit. But way that this society pushes at almost the alternative lifestyle and the whoredom and selling of yourself and giving into the Babylonian way, that brings us down even more. And the other nations, they get rich while we continue to be depicted like whores. You know what I'm saying? Vain people.
Man, see like this right here. Stuff like that.
Like that's just an ad.
Yeah, it's just an ad, bro. Stuff like, oh, you said you didn't see it?
That's it. I can see the picture.
I don't read it out, but
It's not.
yeah. Stuff like that. But they have stuff like that with our sisters on it too. Yeah, they buy comic books. Oh, that's something else. That's something else. But yeah, we can keep continuing on the article though.
All right, so it says. Sorry, I'm trying not to make the video play just for the sake of keeping things,
Oh yeah, I see the video slide.
It says before the gym was the quote. Before the gym, tongue out emoji. She toned. She's talking about her butt. She calls her butt she. Right? She toned, but it still moved. Don't panic. Crying face emoji. She wrote in the caption. Among the flood of reactions from mesmerized viewers was a cheeky comment from Billie Eilish that read, "Megan, I'm literally free whenever." And it says, check out the clip below. So the article actually promotes the video. I'm not going to click on it. Just for the sake of, like, that's a married woman. You know what I mean? I don't need to all be looking at, like, someone else's. You know what I'm saying? Like, it should be normal for a guy, once a woman gets with somebody, to just not try to lust after. It should be like that. But this society is like, no, this woman's gonna have a man, and then you're gonna always have another man on standby because you're putting yourself out there like this. So everybody sees what that man's supposed to be getting exclusively. Like, what happened to the exclusivity of what you had? What happened to the discovering the secrets of a sister by actually earning that? Now you don't have to spit no kind of game. No wonder why the youth these days don't have no game. They don't have to spit no game because it's all being thrown at them anyway. All they got to do is just,
make one text.
hit the DM.
Yeah, hit the DM one text and it's all
Or
over.
at the party with them, and these brothers in the world, they gonna what? They gonna have a blunt rolled up. They gonna offer her a cheap, and then that makes it even easier. She's just gonna be lustful. Like, this is what America is. America is the place of foul spirits and the cage of every hateful bird. And that's exactly what these women become. They become chicken heads out here, like Project Pat said. That's a hateful bird, because that hateful bird is gonna put you on child support. That hateful bird is gonna break up with you even after you have a kid with it. That hateful bird is, I'm calling these women bird, because there was a song that came out called No Scrubs, right, by TLC, and then the clapback song was the dudes that sang back there where they call them pigeons. I don't want no pigeon, right? That's old school. I don't know if y'all remember that. But the whole point of them saying is America is a place that forges order. It's really good at that. It's really good at distracting you with that. You got to be careful. And that goes for women and men. You know what I'm saying? Because before you know it, you at the club and you seeing all these twerk videos. Now you want to twerk. And now you see at the club, how many times you seen on Snapchat when a chick is slapping the booty of another chick while she's twerking in the club? Like, that's homosexual. I mean, that's alternative, man.
That is alternative.
I would just say deviance. That's deviance. That you're diverting from the path of righteousness. Touching another woman's behind. But why? Just for likes on Instagram stories? And
even just for likes. Sometimes
not even for money. Just for clout. They call it clout, right? Just for recognition. Because all you want is attention. Well, you're going to get all the wrong attention. And that's exactly why women struggle to find a righteous man, because all the attention that they've been trained to want is attention from people that are lustful, people that are hateful, people that are deceitful. And so don't be surprised when that's what you get. You understand?
Actually, it's not even just for likes or even money sometimes. Like, they just be in there doing it just because they lustful of it. Like going in the clubs, you seeing them girls twerk. You seeing all the women twerk on each other. Some of them doing it for clout, but some of them doing it just because. Literally.
This is just, I mean, this whole article could just take the whole class.
Literally.
Keep going, man.
Literally.
This is crazy.
It's really disgusting, actually, how far our sisters have fallen off of the correct path that they're supposed to be following. Our sisters represent themselves so evilly nowadays. Like, this is disgusting. It's really disgusting how our sisters represent themselves. Y'all remember when Cap was talking about that one dude who came up and talked to him, and like, I would be able to respect y'all or something like that, but we're not in control of our women or something. Like, our women, like, what? I would be able to respect you or give you respect, but what respect is there to even to give? Like, our women don't, our people don't make it to where there's even respect to even be given. Like, it's gotten that bad. Our oppressors are really winning right now because our people are far off. They're really destroyed.
Yeah.
Oh, we can keep on going on the article.
Okay, it says, the love between the pair is mutual, as Megan Thee Stallion previously penned a heartfelt tribute to Billie Eilish when she was named one of Time Magazine's 100 most influential people in 2021.
Wow. So they're showing interest in each other. They're showing interest in each other. Like what? Like this is man. This woman has a whole man. She has a whole man in her house that she's married to. Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion. She's a sister and she has a whole man that she is married to. But then she's out here. Say it again. Oh.
So in the white girl is
Oh, you don't know who they are?
I heard of them. Yeah. I know it.
Yeah, she's a. I think Billie Eilish is a singer, or something. What else she do? That's all she do. Sing. I think that's all she do. Sing, right? That's all Billie Eilish does is sing, right? And Megan Thee Stallion is a singer too. But
It's like an emo chick or something.
so she's an emo chick. Well, yeah, but she has a whole man inside the house. But she doing all this outside. Like she doing this on the internet. Like she doing all this. He probably don't even know about it, to be honest. You know what? Take that back. He's got to know about it because it's all over the internet. It's all over the world for everybody to know. So, what does he think about this? Like, is he even okay with this? Like, she ain't even thinking about that. She ain't even thinking like maybe my man don't want me to do this, so I'm not gonna do it. She's not thinking about her man's priority, or maybe my children are gonna see this when they grow up, and they're gonna think down upon me. They're gonna think not so highly of me for doing this. Like she ain't even thinking about her children. Like she's not even thinking about them. Like it's an evil thing for a woman to do something like this. Like our women, they're so far off because they don't even think about everybody else and their things that are going on around them. You know what? I'll keep on going on.
It says this is a quote from Megan Thee Stallion. It says Billie Eilish is a unique soul with a voice, style, and attitude all unapologetically her own, she wrote. I first met Billie at the Grammys this year. She had already achieved worldwide stardom, which might make some people have airs about them, but not Billie. She was so real and laid back, even though her personality is so big. She is a rare spirit who speaks from her heart with no pretenses. I knew I had found a kindred spirit that night.
Hold on. She said kindred spirit.
Kindred.
Oh wow. She said kindred spirit.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Making her. That's crazy. A kindred spirit. Someone who's not a part of her, not her own, making her be like, nah, she my blood. She my kinfolk. Go ahead.
She should have just said, well, she got the same demons I got. That's what it is.
That is very true. That is what it was. Got the same demons I got. That's what she has. The same demons as Billie Eilish. And Billie Eilish just influencing Megan Thee Stallion. I would not be surprised if Megan Thee Stallion left her man and went to go be with Billie Eilish. I wouldn't be surprised.
So this is my girl that is messing with a sister that thinks she is selling.
Come on. It's an Edomite girl.
So the selling is a
Come on. They're both women. Oh, you thought she was a boy?
I don't know.
It's crazy. Yeah, nah. Megan Thee Stallion is a woman. Oh yeah, she's a woman. So is Billie Eilish.
You know, like now you can't call me. You can't say I'm a male or a female. I'm a babe or.
They got them pronouns and all that, like he,
Yes.
she. I know what you're talking about. Oh, but we can keep on reading on that because there's a lot. There's a lot more. Oh, you can keep on going. You can keep on going.
Okay, it says, that's crazy. I knew I found a kindred spirit that night, one who is strong but still learning and still growing, a woman who stands up for herself and advocates for women everywhere.
Oh, advocates for women everywhere. A lot of women look up to Billie Eilish too, and it's probably especially our people. I know a few people that are our people who look up to Billie Eilish, who listen to our music, and seeing her do that, seeing her talk about a Megan Thee Stallion like that, man, that's gonna be some influence on our people. And Megan Thee Stallion not turning it down, letting our people know it's okay.
No, it was sloppy. It was Megan that said that about her.
That's what I'm saying. Like Megan Thee Stallion, like not turning it down. She's like actually she's glorifying this girl, glorifying Billie Eilish, looking at her like, yeah, this is a good woman. Like you guys should look up to her. This is someone you should look up to. Good.
What did Billie Eilish say about her?
What she said, Megan, I'm literally free whenever. So Megan had put out a video of her twerking, and that's what she said about her. Yeah, and Megan Thee Stallion never turned it down. She never said, "Nah, this is wrong. I have a whole man." Like she should have. Should have been like, "No, I don't condone with all that."
So she was hitting on.
Yeah, kind of. Okay.
Our sisters do this all the time.
Kind of.
Like, I mean, obviously not in the school, but you see like women out in the world, like on Instagram, the first thing they do is they take a picture of their booty at the gym workout, right? Like, okay, I get it. You working on that booty, that's nice. And then you look in the comments, and it's all her homegirls with kissy faces and ooh, bitch, you need to come sleep with me right now. And they saying like maybe they're playing, maybe they're not playing. It's there. It's like, and then all the dudes that are there are like, oh yeah, you look good. They don't get none of the attention. It's all the women on women action that gets all the attention. Y'all see that, right?
Awesome.
Or is that not?
Now we don't see that.
Board, right?
That's all across the board.
That's America is foul because it's like women just want the guys' likes. They don't even want the guys. They might mess with a couple of them, and I mean a couple of them, right? But it's not even about that. It's them trying to compete with one another and then also gassing each other up and being closeted with each other. You know, deviant. You know, because it leads to other things. It leads to other things. You know what I'm saying? All right. Did you want me to keep reading on it? Because I think it starts to go into some other.
No. This is actually something else that's really good too. Keep on going.
Right. Sister Olivia says trying to mail those behaviors of women normal. Trying to make those behaviors of women normal. Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
understand. Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to make them normal, make them back to what they used to be. Because now we far off of what we used to be. Now we just lost. Woman lost. I mean, I know y'all seen what's her name, Red something. That one girl, them two rappers, Red something. I forget their name, but that's how that if we don't stop this, that's how the next generation of women are gonna be. That's how all the next generation of women are gonna be and act if we don't stop this now. Our women are gonna be fully destroyed if we don't do something about it now and come out here and teach our women how they're supposed to be representing themselves. If we keep letting our women act like this, they'll surely destroy themselves. Oh, but keep going. Oh, that's okay. Never mind. That's okay. We can go to, I think it was at 1 Corinthians 11:3. Oh no, go to First Timothy chapter 2 and verse 2 and verse 11.
First Timothy chapter 2, verse 11.
Come on. Because this is why women can't be out here haughty and then showing that they know everything. When our women don't know nothing, they think they got something to teach the women, but they really got nothing. They're out here teaching the women to be. I won't say that. I can't say that word. They out here teaching the woman not to be women. But go ahead.
First Timothy chapter 2, verse 11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection.
Now, this is what the woman need to do, because a lot of our women, a lot of our children have been learning from the women since they were a young age, from the women in the Christian church. Like, you ever see a woman in a Christian church trying to go out and tell you how you should be a man? No. Oh. This is what the woman should be doing. Go ahead and read that. Or do you have the scripture? Okay, go ahead and read.
Verse 12.
Verse 11. Verse 11. Okay.
Let the women learn in silence.
This is what the woman should be doing. Learning in silence. Learning how to be a virtuous woman. Learning how to learning how to be a wife. How to take care of her children. That's what she should be learning. Not how to go out and shake her tail. That's why it says, let the woman learn in silence. Not trying to go out here and be all loudmouth. Not out here saying whatever she wants to say. She should learn. She should be quiet and learn in silence. Learn how to go and cook some food for her man. Learn how to go and raise her children. Because a lot of women don't know how to raise their children nowadays. They don't know how to raise their children. What are women nowadays doing? They children over here sitting in the house while she over here. You know what she trying to do? She trying to figure out what her man doing. She over here she worried about her man. Worried about what he doing on his phone. Meanwhile, while the children over here starving, crying because they ain't got no food. They haven't had no food made. They haven't been taken care of. Clothes ain't washed. Going to school smelling stinky. Going to school or with no clothes, really. No good clothes because their mama ain't taking care of them, buying them new clothes because she just worried about her man and what he's doing. She worried about everything else but her children. She worried about the wrong things. That's what she's worried about, the very wrong things. Worried about who her man go out with. When she should be worried about those children. Taking care of them. Learn how to take care of them. She worried about everything else. And she running her man off. Learn how to keep your man and deal with the problems. Instead of just not knowing how to face them. Our women don't know how to deal with problems. They don't know how to deal with their problems. They just instead ignore them. When they get upset and angry, they ditch their problems. They say, nah, if I ain't right, then I'm out. They ditch and they run and they end that relationship. But
Something about this scripture I want to make a comment on is that, you know, I'm from a different culture. I'm not.
Come on.
In our culture, even now, depending on who teaches the children, like, I don't want to say it, like the ways of old, like they go about it like, so for example, you know, like a woman knows, not like that. A woman knows her place. She knows that she got to raise kids.
That's right. That's right.
The man knows that he's got to be protected, he got to be in shape, work. You know what I mean? But then somewhere along the way, within the last maybe 320 years, that got lost in some sort of translation. Women think they can lead men too.
See, now that's the problem.
Like, yeah,
Yeah, that's the problem right there. Like our people, we lost what our play. We lost what our responsibility is. Go on, go ahead.
But what I was saying, though, even though like all these ideas that I was just saying, they don't necessarily come from the truth, but they were things that we used to practice. And I see it sometimes, not anymore. Like within my family,
Go on.
I see it like, in my generation, but the generation that came after me, like my little cousins and little brothers and sisters and stuff, like they don't practice that anymore. They're more like, get on your own, put on your own.
Come on.
Opposed to like, out. And I'm like, you're gonna get to the scripture, but there was an order in the house.
Oh, no, we already got to that scripture. The order of the man and everything. Oh, yeah, we did get to that scripture. But yeah, come on, there was an order in the house of how the woman should represent herself, how the orders that she should follow. Like the problem is, our people have forgotten their place. Like the women, they should know their place. Like they should know what they need to understand and learn. What our people need to relearn is what they need to relearn they need to relearn their position, because us as a people, we have different positions. We have different positions. The woman has her own position and the man has his own position, but both sides have forgotten their positions. The woman has forgotten that it can't be like the man. She can't be like him. She has to be the feminine one, the comforter, the supporter. That's her. And then the man who has also forgotten that his position. He's supposed to be the protector, like you said, the protector, the one to take care of the family, to make sure they're safe, the watcher. He has that position. But here in America, he's forgotten that position. He's forgotten that position, and now he's trying to be a woman. He can't be a woman. But it's both sides. They have both forgotten their position here in America. Because America teaches them you can be anything you want. You can have any position you want. You can do anything. This is where your dreams will come true. No. This is where your nightmares will come true. Because without order comes destruction. Without morals comes destruction. Without the law, statutes, and commandments comes destruction for our people. That's what happens. So that's why we have to get ourselves in order and know our positions. I mean, Christ had a position that he had to play. I mean, what would happen if he deviated from the position that he had? We would have never been saved. What if he just decided to opt out on being sacrificing himself? We wouldn't be here. I mean, you think he wanted to do it? No, he probably didn't want to go out and unalive himself. But he did it because that was his position, the position that he had to do. Just like how we have a position that we have to follow. We have a position that we have to play. You may not like that position, but that's a position that you have. And that's a position that you have to work. You had your hand raised?
You were saying about Christ. He prayed about it.
Oh, yeah, he did. He did. He did pray about it. He was like, man, can't there be another way?
Yeah.
Ain't there another way? No.
He went on and tweeted his.
He did. He worked his position, just like us.
He liked it or not.
He didn't. Whether he liked it or not, he had to do it. And that goes for us. We have to do the same thing. There are things we might not like. I mean, a lot of our people like eating pork. We might not want to give up pork. We might not want to give up shrimp, crab, lobster. We might not want to give up those things. But those are things we have to give up. Those are things we have to give up. We might not want to go stop sleeping with whores, but that's things we have to give up. Because blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we're supposed to be a royal people here in America. We're supposed to be a royal people. So we can't have a position of being able to go and do whatever we want. We have the position of being the royal ones on the earth, of being the authority on the earth. That's our position. That's our responsibility. So that responsibility we have to take care of. Oh, but go ahead and read that scripture.
1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection.
Let her learn in silence with all subjection. She should be learning, keeping her mouth closed with all subjection. You had the enemies?
Yeah. Well, it's heavy that you brought the scripture earlier about, that the head of a man is Christ, the head of Christ is the Most High, the head of a woman is a man. Because where is she supposed to learn from? Is she supposed to, because the women in the Christian church, they're in silence with all subjection to the Christian church's pastor.
That's very true.
But then they're dragging it home to their man. Right? Like, we have to look at this real critically, because our women are like that to men. I mean, not our women in general, not women in the truth. Women in the truth are starting to understand that what's actually real. But women in the world, they're not gonna be silent and subject to a man that's unrighteous. So it's like when we say a woman should learn in silence, this is actually a check on men also.
That is true.
Women will see this scripture and be like, "Oh, you're trying to say, because usually, you use the word women need to know her place." Now we sound like the He-Man woman haters.
Oh, you're right.
But we're in the same breath. The UPK is always hitting the brothers just like heavier than the women. What are you talking about? We're the ones that got to be in the council getting checks. You understand? We're the ones that are actually even more in subject to Christ.
Oh, very true.
Like that responsibility is even more multiplied because of the position that we're in. And you're dealing with level 1 dudes out here in the world with no spirituality, no understanding of the scriptures. Yes, they're going to fail you. They're going to fail. You're supposed to submit to that man, like the scripture said. He's not going to be one that is fit to lead.
He's supposed to be a righteous man.
That's why it's important for sisters. Right. That's why it's important for sisters to choose the right man. You understand? Because the right man is going to put in the effort to make sure he's a good example for her to lead, to lead her and the children. And then life may not be so bad. You know what I'm saying? Then they're not going to have as much drama where you feel like you have to clap back. Most relationships now in the Christian church, the woman is the one correcting the man more than anything else.
That's so very true. Oh, that was very true. Yeah. No. You know what's crazy is? They're not our women are so they can be very they can have subjection to our oppressors when it comes to them working, but then like you said, when it comes to the men at home, they are rowdy and crazy. But then when it comes to their boss at work, to the oppressor, they're like, yes sir, I'll go and scrub the toilet. Yes sir, I'll go and scrub the floor with the toothbrush. Yes sir, I'll do it. But they won't do it to their man. They won't cook for that. They won't cook a sandwich for their man. Make a sandwich. I said cook. Make a sandwich for their man. Man, they won't even put a bag of chips out on the plate for him. Like, dang. That's how destroyed our people are. But then when it comes to our oppressors, man, they climb to the top of the building. They clean the skyscraper from top to bottom. They risk their lives for them. But the man, nah. The man that you got the man that you got home, or you got back out of home, you ain't gonna listen to him. You ain't gonna be subjective to him. You gonna rile your mouth, talk all day. That's why the women need to learn in silence with all subjection. That's why we have to have righteous brothers to be able to lead and teach these women how to be righteous women, to be able to lead these women to be righteous. Can you go on to verse 12?
Verse 12. But I suffered not a woman to teach.
Oh, no, what?
I suffered not a woman to teach.
No, a woman can go out and teach. Teach the Bible.
But I suffered not a woman to teach.
This is talking about a woman going out and teaching. Actually, read the whole scripture. It's like,
nor to usurp authority over the man.
now, is this talking about a woman at your job having more power over you, to have authority over you, like your boss? Is this talking about that? No, this ain't talking about that. What is this talking about?
Biblical things.
Biblical things. When it comes to this Bible, a woman shouldn't be out here trying to teach people how to follow the Most High. Shouldn't be out here trying to teach brothers and sisters how to serve the Lord. No, that's a man's job. That's a man's job, how to go out and teach his people. That's why the Lord always chose a man to go out and teach the people. That's why the Lord always chose one man, not a woman. He didn't choose a woman to go out and lead the people. He chose a man. So a woman shouldn't be out here leading the people and teaching them how to live according to this Bible. She shouldn't be out here teaching them scriptures, out here battling people like that. No. Read that again.
Verse 12. But I suffer not a woman to teach.
But I suffer not a woman to teach. Keep on going.
Nor to usurp authority over the man.
Nor to have authority over the man. You know where that happens? The Christian church. Women always have authority over the man over there. They always have authority. And if they don't have the authority, then they go somewhere else to get the authority. They go to a whole nother Christian church. I don't want to be under the man. Them women over there talking about, I don't need no man. I'm the teacher. No. The Bible says, it says what? Read it from the top.
But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man.
I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to have authority over the man. Because if a woman's teaching this, she's not going to understand this. She's going to end up leading her people to a dark path, very dark path. Because there's things that she doesn't understand that a man does. That a man sees, that there's things that a man will see that a woman won't. A woman won't understand most things, but the man will. Read it again.
But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence.
But to be in silence. When it comes to this, a woman should keep her mouth closed. She should keep her mouth closed. And this ain't only attacking the women. This is attacking the men too, like Officer Yalamal said. Like, these men have to be righteous. These men have to be good men to be able to lead these women, right, to be righteous. Teach them to be righteous. It doesn't only count on the women. Like, you have to have a good, righteous leader to be able to lead these women to be righteous. To be able to teach them how to put this right here, this action, into play. That's what you gotta have righteous men to be able to teach these women how to be women, how to act according to the Bible. Can you get Genesis chapter 3 and verse 16?
Oh God.
Mm.
Genesis chapter 3, verse 16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband.
Oh no, hold on. Your desires shall be unto yourself.
Thy desire shall be to thy husband.
Now, your desire shall be to be whatever you want it to be.
Thy desire shall be to thy husband.
No, the Bible says your desires shall be unto your husband. You should want what your husband wants. You should be doing what your husband says. Your righteous husband. Read that again.
Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee.
Your desire shall be unto your husband. Now, again, this is the order of the household. This is how the order of the household should be. Your desire shall be unto your husband. You should be there to be able to comfort your husband, be able to get him some food whenever he needs it, be able to make him some food, or to be able to give him some rest. Be a comforter for him, not a terrorist. No, don't be a terrorist whenever he gets home. Your desire shall be unto your husband. Your husband wants to be able to build a company. You should be there to help him build it. Don't go off and try to tear it down from him. If his desire is to be a father and be able to raise up children and raise up a good household, your desire shall be with him. Be able to be a good wife, to be able to raise up children, not tear them apart. Because a lot of sisters in the world today are tearing the households apart. They're tearing them apart. The desires are unto their husband. They're tearing those households down. But this, again, is also attacking the men. Because men can have unrighteous desires. You have to have righteous desires so that your woman will be able to follow you down a righteous path instead of leading her down an unrighteous path to do something that's evil. I mean, dang, your desire might be to go out and be the best drug dealer in the world. But you have to be a righteous man leading your woman to a righteous path. Oh, you had your hand raised?
What's up?
Oh, you had your hand raised?
No.
Oh, come. I thought you did. But yeah, you have to be a righteous man to be able to lead your woman. Her desire shall be unto you. Doing good works, not evil. Let's start at 8:35. Can you get Titus 2 and 3?
Oh, come. You said Titus 2.
Come. Because this is what they can teach. This is what our woman can teach. This is what our women should be doing. They shouldn't be out here teaching women to go out and do whatever they want, to go out and shake their behinds to the world. But this is what they can teach. Go to read.
Okay, Titus chapter 2, verse 3. The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers.
Not false accusers like a lot of our women are today. How many women you see nowadays false accusing, going out and saying this man raped me? Oh, can we say that? This man abused me. It's like, excuse my language. This man abused me when he really didn't. You know, I seen this. This was a while ago, actually, a long time ago, where this brother had done absolutely nothing, and this woman accused him of abusing him. Accused this brother of abusing him, and was finna ruin this brother's life. Finna ruin this brother's whole life. Like, was she in need of money? I think so. You know what? Actually, who else that happened to? That happened to what? That famous. It was a different situation. I think it was this. But also, that just made me think about it. What's his name? The dude who plays in Marvel. You know what I'm talking about? The one. Khan, the black guy. Khan, yeah, Khan Hill. Khan Hill. He was falsely accused by an oppressor too, huh? It was oppressor. Yeah, it was an oppressor. It was a white woman who lied on him. But a lot of our women are taken up from that example. A lot of our women are but have been falsely accusing, falsely stating. Like how many brothers got beat up by their brothers or by their women's brothers because of something she said that didn't happen? That's happening a lot. But keep on going.
Okay. Not giving too much wine. Teachers of good things.
Oh, not giving up too much wine. How many sisters you see out here drinking? Oh, man, just drinking until they can't even see no more.
Yeah.
How many like drunken sailors? How many sisters do you see out here drinking their lives away?
Yeah.
You see a lot of them drinking a lot of strong drinks too. And then they become foolish. Come out and act and lash out their feelings. Because it's already hard enough for them to control their feelings. But then once they drink that strong drink or that wine, now they're out here 10 times worse. Out here falsely accusing, doing things like that. You had to hear this?
Most women are shy until they get that liquid.
That's so true.
And they be the ones that be twerking in the club.
Oh,
The ones that are twerking in the club are the ones that are like 5 shots in, right? Couple drinks in. Strong drinks. Mixed drinks. Scripture talks about mixed wine.
I do.
They that tarry at the vine. You know what I'm saying? It's not unlawful to drink wine, but giving yourself into much wine shows that you lack discipline.
That's very true. Very true. Them sisters be giving themselves into a lot of wine nowadays. I mean, how many sisters have you seen drink so much wine? You see them walking across the street, all funky. He walking across, falling all over the floor, acting out crazy, acting like an animal. You see a lot of sisters doing that nowadays because they're giving themselves into too much drink. They're not representing themselves like they should be. Acting like a fool in the club. Like also y'all want to say twerking on another woman because they 5 to 6 drinks in. Get in.
A friend of mine, this chick, she has been arrested over 7 times due to public intoxication.
It's crazy. 7 times?
7 times. Yeah.
7 times. Damn. Because I mean, dang, when our sisters get drunk, they act like fools. They should be keeping themselves modest. I mean, they should be acting modest. They should be having morals, knowing when they should, knowing how much they should drink, knowing when their limit is. knowing that if I keep on drinking, I'm gonna be acting a fool and I'm gonna end up in jail. And it's gonna look bad on my part. It's gonna be a bad representation for me. I'm gonna look like a fool out here. And then I'm gonna and then my children end up seeing that. And it could also possibly end up being on a record too. If she does something foolish enough, end up being on a record. And then it's going to cause other things to trickle down. It's going to affect other things in our life. It's going to open up the door for more demons to come in. Oh, but keep on going.
Verse 4.
No. Oh, yeah, come. Yeah, come, verse 4.
Titus chapter 2, verse 4. That they may teach the young women to be sober.
So you said they shouldn't be out here acting like fools, letting their children see them drunk off their butt.
Right.
They should be perfect examples of how to be a woman. But our women today, they're not perfect examples. They're bad examples, teaching our children, teaching the next generation how to be a generation of twerkers, twerk workers, Instagram twerkers, TikTok twerkers. That's what the next generation is being taught. How to twerk. How to show your body on the internet.
Right.
That's what they're learning. But having women who have morals and being sober, knowing what her limit is gonna come in handy. Having a virtuous woman to be able to teach her children not to drink so much. Like there was a time when women wasn't be getting drunk like that. Women wouldn't get drunk off their butt till they couldn't walk no more. There was a time when women wouldn't do that in front of their children because they didn't want their children to grow up like that. They don't want their children to grow up learning to be drunkards. Nowadays, women don't even care about them. They're like, all right, drinking in front of their children. They're drinking with their children nowadays. They're doing the stuff with them. They're like, yeah, you my best friend. Go ahead.
The other flip of the coin for sobriety is them getting high.
Come.
Like back, I remember at one point, chicks, they used to just take a hit from the joint, right? In the world, right?
True.
They'd be bashful. They didn't want to make, much of it. Nowadays, women be on Snapchat. Oh, they post a picture of a bag of weed. They got like, off the plug, hit me up, like a straight up drug deal, right? They be the one rolling the blunts with their nails all done, right?
It's crazy.
The nails done got marijuana plants on them. They rolling up that blunt,
Crazy.
doing it themselves, doing it with one hand while driving, doing it while also doing the makeup on the way to the function, right?
It's crazy.
Like the spirit that's on them now is like this scripture is heavy because they're being taught the complete opposite of this. So Sister Olivia says, she said, hell yeah, grannies are becoming younger and younger these days.
Yo, that's so true.
I'll put it on the screen. That's facts though.
That is facts.
30-year-old grandma.
That's crazy. That's 50-year-old grandma.
No, you a 30-year-old grandma. You got pregnant when you was 15, and then your daughter got pregnant when she was 15.
Oh yeah, he right. Yeah, they are becoming younger and younger.
Because she tried to be just like you, because you was doing TikTok videos when she was a little toddler walking around half naked.
That's crazy. You got like 20-year-olds out here being having grandchildren.
Internet.
That's crazy.
Who don't even know what? I mean, the scripture says, unless those days are recorded, there shall no flesh be saved. I mean, if the internet is what it is now, and it's only been around since like the late 90s, what is going to happen in 30 years, 40 years? It's going to be weird.
There won't be no us.
It's just going to be weird. And you're going to just straight up jump into another dimension of just wait. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
grandma's becoming younger and younger. That's very true. That's very true what she said. You had hands? Karen, we almost. Yeah, you gotta be here.
Something that is that's why it's just food for thought. Something that disturbs me a lot is that you can't like now you can't tell women how to conduct themselves because they have it in them and they're taught and raised and they have it in them to be in it. Yeah, I know where you're going. You know, can you finish it off? Because I don't want to.
You're right there. There was a sister, I don't know her, I was scrolling, I seen this chick, she said this thing, and it's right what you're talking about. She said, women don't demand that she's more successful. Already.
I've seen that.
You understand what I'm saying?
I've seen that.
It's like, she don't want no man that she's making more money than. Like that, like she, and you know what? And she genuinely said it like it was bad. And then all the comments is, oh, girl, you on point with that, blah, blah, blah. Right. I'm feeling that. I get my money too.
Actually, there's a scripture for
but
that.
You know what? That'd be the same woman. The woman that's saying that has a man on child support. Yeah.
That's true.
Has 2 different men on child support. Has 3 different men on child support. Oh, but you independent. No, you still depend on somebody else.
That's crazy. She's getting the money for them.
It's not even them brothers. It's Esau you're depending on. Because it's his system that you're depending on. You're leaning towards the snake and not the Most High.
That's very
because
true.
His system. What happens when the food market, when the market crashes? What happens when the banks close? Now you're gonna want a man then. Now it ain't gonna matter how successful he is. It's gonna matter how he can hunt for some deer. You know what I'm saying? Hunt for a cow.
That's gonna be the times.
Can he skin a fish? Can he? You know what I'm saying? No, you ain't gonna do that. You ain't gonna touch that land. No, but we slaughter the land. Cleanly, humanely. Now remember that every time you take a bite of some chicken on your plate, somebody had to kill that chicken. You gonna do that? You talking about you successful? Get out of here with that. You talking about planet Earth?
That's very true. That's very true. Damn, but there was a scripture for that. It's can you get Proverbs chapter 9 and verse 13? Because a lot of these women out here, they're saying that, but like you said, there's gonna be a time when they gonna really need a man. Really be a man. They gonna need a man one day. Well, you got it. Proverbs chapter 9 verse. We'll end on this scripture, but. Oh, you got it.
Screenshot this.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 9, verse 13. A foolish woman is clamorous.
A foolish woman is clamorous. What does clamorous mean?
Look that up. Definitely get that.
What does clamorous mean?
Flamboyant, all about. In other words, like material things, jewelry.
I got you.
We'll get it. We'll get it.
Clamorous. From the Hebrew word hamah, which means to murmur, growl, roar, cry aloud, mourn, rage, tumult. To be loud, to be troubled, to be in an uproar, to be boisterous, to be in a stir or commotion. Scandalous.
What do a lot of women nowadays do? A lot of women are foolish. What does it say? A foolish woman what?
Proverbs chapter 9, verse 13. A foolish woman is clamorous.
A foolish woman is clamorous. You got all these women out here on social media, out here trying to be loud, and out here trying to say, oh, yeah, I don't need no man. Or you know what you said? they was over here saying that what you call it? That what did you say? You had said she. Remember, you had said something about her saying something on the internet like if my man is making more money, or no, if
she
she's making more money
I
than.
don't want to date no man that I'm more successful.
Yeah, she said I don't want to make more money than a man that I'm more successful than. Like, what does that got to do anything? A foolish woman doesn't know or understand that that's not a very important thing. That's not of any importance of how much your man makes, how much you make more than your man. That's what a foolish woman thinks. That's what a foolish woman would think. How much does he make? How much money can I make? How much does he? Yeah, that's what a foolish woman thinks. The important thing is that man could take care of the household. Like, can he watch over the children? Make sure that everybody in the family is safe. Is he righteous? Is he a righteous man? Is he a good husband? That's more important than a money. Of how much money he can make. Of how much money he can make is no importance. It's no importance at all. But keep on going.
She is simple and knoweth nothing.
She's simple and knoweth nothing. She's so simple that she's focused on the wrong things. She's focused on how much money she has. Right. She's focused on a man that's made up, ain't even real. Right. She in her mind thinking, yeah, I'm gonna get a man who can, who got the best looking body, the best looking hair, got all the money where he makes so much more money than me. He's the richest man on earth. Like, how many men are really out there like look like that? Most of us is ugly. Like, if we tell them the truth, most of us is ugly out here. Like,
it's crazy. It's heavy saying that because most of the women that are single are some of the most attractive ones. Like, a lot of the ones that are single, they're not even the ugly ones because they're the ones that they getting in line with somebody.
That's very true.
But I saw this video of this sister, and she was like, I don't know why I ain't got no man. I look good. I got a nice booty. I got a job. I got my own house. I cook. I clean. How come I ain't find no man? Because what you said it was real heavy when you said the man that you want does not exist.
He don't.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you actually looking for? If your head ain't in this book, if you ain't learning the scriptures, you don't even know what a real. I mean, you always say, "I want a real N-word," right?
That's very true. They do.
Real N-words read N-words of the scripture. You know what I'm saying? Like,
damn.
In words.
That's perfect. That was a rhyme. I was like,
reading the scripture.
That's a bar. Bars.
Reading the scripture.
You're
not gonna find that in a Christian church. You're not gonna find it on your 9-to-5 job unless they in these classes. You ain't gonna find that on somebody that wears fringes on the bottom of the shirt, like the skirt. You know what I'm saying?
That's very true.
People have the wrong idea of what it means to be biblical. They think that it's some soft thing. What have you heard all this class? It's nothing but cold, hard truth. The truth is what's gonna make you feel like crap for the way that you are. And then you're gonna learn to respect that because if you had parents that raised you halfway right, you knew that you learned the best from them when they was getting after you for something that you was doing wrong. And that's how the Most High works. Most High chastises those that he loves, and he's going to make sure that you feel every piece of the wrath that he has for you when you live in the wrong way. And then the flip side of the coin, you don't want to be simple, and you want to actually know something, you have to lock in with a man that is locked in to Christ. And that man is locked into the scriptures. Not the church, not their job, not, sports, the NFL, not the gym. Though they don't hurt, go to the gym, right? But don't go posting it all over social media trying to get clout, right? Make moves behind the scenes. Like, I hate to quote a hip-hop artist. He said, real generals move in silence. Real G, yeah. And you can move in silence, too. You don't have to be loud about every damn thing.
That's very true.
You ain't got to put everything on social media. Oh, look, I just had this mimosa during lunch. I don't care about that. Let me see the scripture you read today. I'll be impressed by that. I mean, if you're gonna show food, let it be something that you cook, not something you buy at down on Grace's or Bill Miller or Pompeii or Los Angeles. I need you to, you know what I'm saying? Let me see you. Let me see what you are about, not what the world around you is about. Because we know what that's like. Everybody knows what that's like. You have to be separate from that.
You gotta start asking them questions like, man, if you was to be living in a field and you had to start from the beginning, like Carlo, you had to live where there was no electricity, none of it, and there were other people to really help you except your husband. What are you gonna do then? You gonna listen to your husband, or you gonna go off stumping off, mouthing like you do today? We get questions like that. But with that, I pass the class to Officer Taziar.
Giving you this. You
Sorry?
got the security down. It should be in the Bible.
No, this should be
Or forward.
come on.
I like that scripture. Always seen that one in a while. That's good. You got it?
These are the Isupk security announcements. We are the Isupk started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are here to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is a commandment. You can find this in the book of Numbers, chapters 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Masharah, which means cents in the Hebrew, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department and teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. Day of Atonement. This takes place on Sunday, September 24, 2023. You can find this in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verses 27 to 32. Reminder to any brother that wants to become a trooper in the school, you're required to wear all black. That includes boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarves. And this concludes the Isupk security announcements.
With that, everybody a majum, which means to stand. Sar, upon Wakwadam, which means to turn and face the east. Gonna read the Lord's Prayer in the last one, Kodash.
Abinab, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Ayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakaka, Ratzayaka, Ayah, Aisha, Maharatza, Kawa, Ayah, Bashman, Latandana, Lakam, Yawam, Wasalakina, Hawathina, Wasalakina, Tabayan, Panasai one, above, I was shy now, Ayam, right, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Watapara, La Amen.
What we said was, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not
And lead us not
into temptation,
into temptation,
but deliver us
but deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
Thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it.
We're going to sorry, turn the face up front. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim Barak, Yahbashim Yahshua Barakatham, Yajim Matah. Okay, we're going to turn to the sisters. Sisters, you can stand. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim Barak, Yahweh Shema Alatah Ba'ashim Yahushua, Yajim Matah. Class dismissed.